guys, welcome to a monthly pickup video for January 2011. Now this is the first monthly pickup video for the year, and I definitely started 2011 off with a bang. I have a lot of things to show you guys, so I'm gonna get started. The most expensive thing that I picked up in January, I didn't even pay for, and that's just crazy. If you guys know about Best Buy, they have a reward zone program where basically if you spend enough money, you get points to go towards store credit. And I have been saving my points for a while now, so I picked up a PS3 Slim. It's a 160 gigabyte model. And I'm really liking it. I have the original 60 gig, and I'm still not sure what I'm gonna do with that yet, being as though I don't have a PS2, so I can't play some of my PS2 games. So yeah, I'm glad that I got this. I needed the upgrade, and really cool thing about it was that if you bought the 60 gig model, Best Buy was running a promotion where they give you a $50 gift card. So I definitely have this. I'm probably gonna use it towards something next month. GameStop was having their famous buy two, get one free deal, and I wanted to take advantage of it for some of the older titles for the PS2 and the GameCube, because I want to, kind of beef up that collection as well. So the first one I got was Haven, Call of the King. This was brought up on the TV and Less podcast a few months ago. Someone was asking for some recommendations on good PS2 games, and this one was mentioned, so I decided to pick it up. Metal Arms Glitch in the System. I've been looking for this game for a while. I originally wanted it on the Xbox, but I couldn't find it, so I found the PS2 version in its original case, and I decided to pick it up. I played about an hour of it, and it's pretty cool. It's a nice action shooter, platforming game. The controls haven't aged too well, but it's a really fun game. Jack X Combat Racing. I missed out on this. The price was really cheap, so I decided to pick it up since I'm a fan of the Jack and Daxter series. Being as though I'm a big fan of the survival horror genre, I had to pick up Clock Tower 3 because a lot of people recommended it to me, and I was a little embarrassed saying that I've never played a Clock Tower game, so I heard this one was pretty good and really short, so I definitely am going to play through this soon. A few days ago I was talking to Storm, and she brought up Donkey Konga, and I used to have this game in my GameCube collection, but I got rid of it, and just her bringing it up made me want to go out and try to find it, and luckily it was in my local GameStop, so it was only $3, which is a steal. I already have a pair of bongos, so I've been playing this a lot. It's a really fun game. Now, if you follow me on Twitter, you guys should already know this, but those of you that don't follow me on Twitter, you definitely should. I've been tweeting a lot lately about trying to beef up my collection for the Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance. Like, I really want the ultimate Game Boy collection. So I am on a mission. I'm trying to get all of the Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance games that I missed out on. And, in a few months, I'll definitely do a collection update for that. But for now, I found 2 Game Boy Advance titles at my local GameStop. The first one is, if you guys can see that, it's Sword of Mana. I know Craig tweeted about this earlier on in January, saying that he found it for really cheap at GameStop, and that made me want to go and pick it up because I always wanted to play this game. And this game was $5, so it was well worth it. I found a copy of Choo Choo Rocket, which is kind of in bad shape. It looks like someone's dog bit it, but it still works. I never played Choo Choo Rocket on the Game Boy Advance. I played it on the Dreamcast, and I have it on the iPod Touch, so I figured I might as well pick it up. It was only $3. The first or the second week in January, GameStop was having this huge deal on strategy guides in their stores. They were all 50% off, and being a collector of strategy guides, I definitely took advantage of that sale. The first one I picked up was Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. This is for the PSP game. I don't necessarily need strategy guides for Kingdom Hearts, but I have all of the other strategy guides for the series, so I figured I might as well pick it up. Golden Sun Dark Dawn was only $9, and this is a game that I definitely need to get back into playing. I kind of stopped after about 3 hours, but I just wanted to pick it up. I liked what I played so far. The next strategy guide I was really excited about picking up because it was only $15, and I'm a sucker for the series. It's Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. It's the collector's edition strategy guide, which is beautiful. One of my favorite strategy guides. The artwork in here is crazy, and of course it has everything you would possibly ever want to know about Brotherhood. The Alan Wake Collector's Edition Strategy Guide is by far my favorite strategy guide ever. I think a lot more games should come with strategy guides like this. This is basically a bundle. It comes in this box. If you open it up, you will find, of course, the strategy guide, you know, tells you what you need to know in order to complete the game 100%. And then it comes with this really, really nice art book. It's called Alan Wake Illuminated, and it's very, very nice, great quality, and lots of great things that you need to know about Remedy and how Alan Wake was made, and lots of great art. Moving right along, I picked up Lost in Shadow for the Nintendo Wii. I did a review on this. You should check that out if you haven't already. I'm not going to speak on it because I already did a review, but I will say those of you that are fans of platformers and you want a unique experience, you should definitely try this out. I usually don't go to Walmart because the closest one is about 45 minutes away, but I just got sick of hearing how, you know, people find such great deals in like the bargain bins for video games. So I made the trip over there and I found some really good deals. So I'm definitely gonna head back. The first game I got was $9 in the bargain bin. It's Knight's Journey of Dreams for the Nintendo Wii. Never played it. I also found Fling Smash in the bargain bin for 20 bucks. And I don't really know too much about the game, but the reason I picked it up is because it has the new Wii remote included inside of the box. The Wii remote that has Wii Motion Plus already built into the controller, so you no longer have to have that little awkward thingamajigger sticking out of your Wii remote. I'll probably end up doing an unboxing or more like a comparison video of the new Wii remote and the old one, so look for that in the future. More Walmart bargain bin games. Fat Princess Fistful of Cake for the PSP, 9 bucks. Trauma Center Under the Knife 2 was $10 at Walmart. I was really excited when I found this. I was missing this out of my collection and I'm glad that I finally have it. So now all I have to find is Team Trauma or Trauma Team for the Nintendo Wii. I really love the Trauma Center series, so you know I want to collect them all. The other day, my son, my husband, and I went to Walmart and I found a copy of Chibi Robo Park Patrol, which, you know, it's crazy because I've been wanting this in my collection, but like I said, Walmart is 45 minutes away and this is a Walmart exclusive, so I'm glad I found it. This was the last one, which is crazy, and I plan on playing it very soon. GameStop had a sale on Nier for the Xbox 360. It was only $15, and I've been wanting this game, but I didn't want to pay the full price. I think the full price was $40, and I didn't want to pay that, so I'm glad I found it for $15. After hearing so many people say how great this game is and how it's essential to the PS3 collection, I finally found a copy of Folklore, and I was excited because it was in the original box. Every time I go to GameStop, once again, I see generic cases for this game. So I snatched this up really quick. I also picked up a copy of ZHP Unlosing Ranger vs. Dark Death Evil Man, which is by far the best video game title ever. This was recommended to me. It's a little outside the box for me. I haven't tried it out yet, but it's a strategy game, strategy RPG, but I heard that the story was hilarious and it was well worth playing. I have a gang of DS titles to share with you guys, and the first one is Plants vs. Zombies, which is so cute. I love the box. It has a slip cover. And then bam, you have the actual game, which is so cute. I already have this on my iPod Touch, so I imagine it's similar to that version. But I love me some PopCap games, and I couldn't resist it. I woke up one day wanting to play Harvest Moon, which was just so random. So I wanted to get a copy for the Nintendo DS, but I had no clue. There were like 5 million Harvest Moon titles on the DS, and I wasn't sure which one was the best. So I went with Rune Factory 3, A Fantasy Harvest Moon. Never played any of the Rune Factory games, and I'm looking forward to playing this one. I heard it's very similar to Harvest Moon. You do all of the Harvest Moon stuff, but this has RPG elements, and I guess you fight in dungeons. I forgot to share this with you guys in December, but I did get a copy of Metroid Prime Hunters, which I was looking for, and my husband found it used at GameStop, so now I have it in the collection. My son has been disappointing me lately. He got his PSP for Christmas, and he has totally neglected his Nintendo DSi. So, you know, I put it away in the closet. Maybe one day soon he'll come back to his senses and realize that the DS is an amazing handheld. But for now, he gave me his Need for Speed Nitro game, which is actually pretty good. This is a really good racing game, and I don't have a lot of racing games on the DS, but this is definitely a good one. Some of my favorite games on the Nintendo DS are those crime, mystery type of graphic novel books. And I was recommended Jake Hunter Detective Story, Memories of the Past. And I gotta tell you guys, if you're a fan of like Ace Attorney, you should definitely check out this game. I think the dialogue is great. It's really written well. You know, there's a lot of funny stuff that goes on. The character development is good as well. I'm on the 3rd case and it just keeps getting better and better. And there's a lot of content in this game. So like I said, if you're into like the crime story games, you should definitely check this out. Ghost Trick Phantom Detective. I was really excited about this game, and unfortunately I've only played like an hour of it, but I'm heading back into it now. You basically play as this ghost that can possess objects to try to save people's lives, which is crazy and wacky, but it works really well. There's a lot of reading going on, so if you don't like to read, then maybe this game isn't for you, but I really do enjoy it. Kingdom Hearts Recoded. I plan on doing a review for this game. I spent about 30 hours, completed it, and I loved it. It was a lot of fun. I'll let you know more about it in the upcoming review. So I'm gonna end this monthly pickup video by showing you guys 3 collector's editions that I picked up throughout the month of January. And you know, the first one I was really hyped about. The game was released last year and I wanted the special edition, but I procrastinated and I didn't get myself a copy of it. But I was in Best Buy and I saw that they had the BioShock 2 collector's edition or special edition for the Xbox 360 for only 35 bucks. And I couldn't resist that. You guys know BioShock is like one of my favorite games, not only of this generation, but of all time. I really enjoy this series and I just had to have this. I have the limited edition for the first BioShock, so this will go along well with that. The only thing is that, you know, it is a little torn. If you guys can see that, it's a little torn, the slip cover is, but that's okay. I'm not going to complain because I only paid 35 bucks for it. I usually don't mind spending the extra cash on collector's editions. You know, I usually feel good about the purchase, but everything changed when I picked up the Dead Space 2 collector's edition and opened it up and found this crappy plasma cutter replica that's just horrible. I mean, the quality is bad. It's just cheap, and I felt really bad about spending the extra money to get this, but you know, I'm glad that I did. I really enjoy the Dead Space series, and you know, the game is amazing. I'm currently on chapter 13 out of 15, so I'm almost done with the game. I don't want it to end, but I'm loving it. I've been so intense playing that game, especially in the beginning, and it's just really creepy. The sound is amazing. That's really what creeps me out. I love all the new necromorphs and all of that stuff. It's a really great game. So the last game I have to share with you guys for January 2011 is the collector's edition of Little Big Planet 2. I did an unboxing for this. If you haven't seen it already and you want to know what's inside of this collector's edition, you should definitely check that out. But I completed this game last week and I really enjoyed it. I'm glad that, you know, they made a sequel for this game. I got to play some co-op when it was working, and I had a lot of fun with it, and I also got the strategy guide to go along with it. The reason why I got this is because it says it is the ultimate creator's resource, which I'm trying to create my own level, so I figured I'd pick up this guide to help me along the way. So that's it, guys. Those are all of my purchases for January 2011. I want to thank you guys for sitting through this long video, and I'll check you next time.